Let's get started. So my name is Zoe and I am the founder of Love Yoga Lead. So we are a brand new yoga studio and wellbeing space in Meanwood. So we're based on Meanwood Road. So we're near to the city centre, but we're also near to the surrounding suburbs. So Chapel Allerton, Roundhay, or Woodley, I've forgotten all the others, but when we're in a really good central location. And essentially, we are a yoga studio, but we're also a space where people can hire our venue, loads of different therapists and wellness practitioners, and we also offer corporate yoga. So I'm not going to talk too much because no one is here just to hear me talk, but what I wanted to let you know is that I created Love Yoga with a mission, and that mission is to make every single person feel like they can come to yoga. I want everyone to feel welcome, regardless of gender, age, ability, flexibility, which is the number one thing I hear when I tell people that I'm a yoga teacher and I own a yoga space. They say, oh, I'm not flexible enough to do yoga. So if I can help demystify that on today's session and in ripples and waves, then I've done my job. Because I lived in London for 10 years, and when I practiced yoga, I never felt welcome enough. I never felt good enough. I never felt like I had the right clothes. And I was constantly looking around the room, looking at what other people were doing. So if I can help you feel that you can leave today's session thinking, you know what, I can do yoga, then my job is done. And also, yoga isn't just the yoga poses that you see. Instagram has made it all very like cool looking and everyone's got yoga clothes on, but that isn't yoga. And we're going to talk a little bit about that. So I'll just run through what we're doing. We've got 30 minutes together, which is already 25 minutes. I would love you to close down all the tabs, whether that is metaphorically in your mind, if you're busy, or whether you're literally at your desk and you've got, like me, I had to close all my tabs before this session. If you've got loads of tabs open, that's how I work. So my brain is all over the place. I'd love you to give yourself the next 25 minutes just with me, to connect to you, to connect to your breath and to move. And this is why this session is so important. There is a reason you have booked this session today. And often when we actually stop and pause, it starts to become clear. So it might be that you've got aches and pains and you want to learn some yoga poses. It might be that you're curious. It might be that you're feeling stressed, anxious, work is hectic. You might be seeking some sort of respite. There is a reason. So take a moment just to think about what that reason might be. And often it might not be really clear, but let me tell you, it is bubbling under the surface. So if you can, close everything else off and see if you can just be here with me. So the session's going to run like this. We're going to talk a little bit about what yoga is and what yoga isn't, but not for very long, to help with the demystifying. We're going to do a breathwork practice because yoga is all about breathing. Forget the down dogs, forget all of the movements that you might see or that you might associate with yoga. It's all about the breath. Then we're going to get up and move our energy around. We're going to literally move and shake our bodies, which is, I'd love you to take away as something that you do every day. Then we're going to do some desk-friendly yoga moves, yoga stretches, standing or seated. We're going to come back and do a bit more breathing. And then I'm going to give you some tips that I'd love you to take away. Not many, just a couple that you can do every day to start on this journey of yoga and mindfulness. So you can use the chat if you do have questions. I think everyone's cameras are off. Make sure mics are off and we will get going. So just very quickly, yoga. Yoga means union. And I like to think of it as movement and breath. So when I teach yoga, I teach all about breathing and moving, and the two need to come together. And as adults, we take anything from 20,000 to 28,000 breaths a day. And I'm going to ask you straight away, have you even noticed that you are breathing today? You've woken up this morning, you might have got to work, you might be in the office, you might be working from home, you might have walked the dog. Have you paid attention to the fact that your body is breathing? Because that's really clever and cool, isn't it? But as humans, we are not giving ourselves that time to think about our breath, ever. We just go about and take for granted. So yoga, I think of it as this coming together, movement, breath. And traditionally, Way back, yoga was not the asana, and asana is the movement part, the flows, the downward dog. Yoga was seated, introspection, pajamas, no yoga clothes, and it was all about coming home to you. And in the yoga sutras, it's translated as stilling the fluctuations of the mind. So I don't know, some of you might meditate, some of you might want to meditate, and some of you might think, I can't meditate because my mind is too busy. So we're going to cover a little bit of that today. So I want you to think about yoga not as being in a down dog. I mean, some of you won't even know what a down dog is. I want you to think about it as coming home to you. So right now in this moment, this is the only moment that we've all got in time. We're not thinking about what happened at the weekend. We're not thinking about what we're having for lunch. You might have already had your lunch, or the rest of the week. We're just going to be here right now. So if you're seated, you're going to feel the ground beneath your feet. That's all you're going to do. If you're standing, same. You're going to see if you can let your feet be really heavy. And all you're doing is turning the lens inward. So think about yoga as being, not doing. So there's the treadmill of life, got to do X, Y, Z. All you're going to do now is you're going to close the tabs and you're just going to be here with me now. And you're going to bring your full awareness into your body. So notice the head stacked above the chest. Notice the shoulders dropping away from the ears. And then glide down the body. Notice the pelvis, notice the belly. Notice the feet on the earth. Notice where you've placed your hands. And just notice the whole body in this moment in time. And then we're going to take some clearing and arriving breaths together. So when you're ready, you're going to take a big inhale through the nose. And you're going to expand the ribs, the lungs will fill. And then you're slowly just going to let it go. That might be through the mouth, might be through the nose. We're going to do it twice more. It's not complicated, it's just your breath. Think about only your breath. Inhale. Maybe close the eyes. Exhale, let it go. One more time. If you can, close the eyes down. Inhale fully. Expand the ribs, the lungs inflate. Pause and then sip a little bit more air in. And then let it go fully, completely. Let it go, let it go, let it go. And then notice any residue of that breath, just that really simple release. And then drop your shoulders away from the ears. They might not drop, but I want you to imagine the shoulders dropping. So we carry so much tension around the shoulders. See if you can just energetically drop the shoulders. Give the shoulders a little wiggle. And then we're going to come to our box breath now. So we're not going to do it for too long, but this is one of the tips that I want you to take away and do every day this week. So our box breath is you imagine a box and we're going to breathe in for 4, top of the box. We're going to pause for 4. Then we're going to exhale for 4, pause for 4, and then we go again. So if you can, I'd love you to close your eyes and I want you to think about a bright blue sky. And if you can't close your eyes, I just want you to soften the gaze. So our eyes are always really busy doing. If closing the eyes is a bit too much too soon, then just soften the gaze down. You don't even need to look at the screen. So let's take our box breath. Normal breath to prepare, in through the nose. Exhale, let it go. When you're ready, inhale for 4, 3, 2, 1, pause. Exhale, 4, 3, 2, 1, and pause. Inhale for 4, 3, 2, 1, and pause. Let it go. Exhale and pause. Inhale for 4, 3, 2, 1, pause. Let it go and pause. Keep going. Inhale fully and pause. Exhale completely and pause. Inhale, fill the lungs. Pause. Exhale completely down into the earth and pause. One more round. Inhale and pause. Let it go on the exhale and pause. And then just come back to the normal rhythm of your breath. You can keep the eyes closed if you can, and just really turning that lens inward, feel the residue of that breath. It might be so subtle, you might not even feel it. But basically, when we come to our breath, which is called pranayama in yoga, it's like telling the nervous system that we are safe, we're okay. And it's all right to decompress and let go. So if you are stressed and you have tension in your body, you might hold the belly in, the shoulders might creep up, you might have tension around the jaw. So when you breathe, it's that signal to the nervous system that it's okay. So just notice the breath in your body right now. And throughout the rest of our short session today, when the mind starts to wander, which it does, because that's what the mind is made to do, I want you to think of the most beautiful bluest sky, like the bluest you've ever seen. And when clouds are in the sky, some are big and small, some are really dense, and some move quick and some move slow. They are your thoughts. And it's okay to have the thoughts, but what we want to do in our yoga is be present, and we're just observing the thoughts. So you might start thinking about your to-do list, you're going to acknowledge it, and then you're going to come back to the breath. And when you come back to the breath, you're going to think about the blue sky and the vastness above. So close your eyes just for a moment, think about the blue sky. You might see some clouds and watch them float by. And then go higher up into the sky. And as you do, find your breath, inhaling and exhaling. And then we're going to let that go now. And I talked a little bit about energy. This is such a good one to do. So as humans, we tend to wake up in the morning, go down, make a hot drink, might get in our car, go to work. If you ever look at an animal, the first thing they do is stretch. You know, when dogs bring their legs out and they send their bum into the sky, they stretch and move their body. So if you are feeling anxious or tense or like you can't get going, then these are great practices to do. So I'm going to stand up. You can stay seated if that works for you. And no one's got their camera on, I don't think. I want you to not feel self-conscious. We're not doing anything crazy, but we're just going to start to move the body. So in yoga, there is something called prana, which is our universal life force energy. And we can start to connect with our breath. And there are basically blockages in the body. If you think about like when you have aches and pains, like lower back, it can be energetic blockages. So moving the body and the energy around helps. So all we're going to do is we're going to stand. Feet are connected to the earth, and we're just going to start to bounce. Don't overthink it, maybe close the eyes, and we're just going to gently move the shoulders up and down. Starting to like move up on the toes a little bit, maybe going a bit higher. Allow the arms to dangle and really send your full awareness into the arms. Don't they feel heavy? You've probably never even thought about your arms before because we're always doing something, aren't we? Just let them hang. And then let's take it into like a qigong movement where we're just turning and rotating. So this is where the arms start to maybe slap on the side of the body. But we're just starting to wake up, and you can go as fast or as slow. Even if you feel silly doing it, I want you to drop into your body. Drop into this moment. Who cares? And then come back to that jigging. And then bring the arms up. I'll step back a bit, and we're just going to shake the arms. Shake the wrists. Coming all the way back up. Find your breath. Inhale. And exhale. Feel the feet connected to the earth. That's grounding and rooting, keeping you nice and stable and safe. And then start to feel that energy channeling up through your feet as you start to shake and move. A good one to do in the morning if you've got kids or people in the house, dogs, pets, whatever it is, put music on and dance. It's the same effect. And then come back to your arm swinging. Maybe making it a little bit bigger if you've got space. And then instead of just stopping abruptly, just slow it down. Full awareness into your body. Full awareness into the feet connecting to the earth. Find your breath. Take an inhale through the nose. Exhale, soften the shoulders away from the ears. Let it go. And then I just want you to notice, close the eyes or soften the gaze. Notice what's happening in the arms, in the hands. You've literally just started to switch on this pranic energy. You're starting to move the energy, and it can be as basic as the blood flow. You can feel the blood because it's been moving up and down. And then we're going to add on, we're going to take our breath of joy. This is a great one to do. But safety wise, I need you to check that you've got enough space. So I'm going to show you. Our breath of joy is a breath which we break into 3 parts. So 1 inhale broken into 3 breaths. So a third full, 2/3 full, full inhale. And we use the arms to swing. And then we're going to come into a forward fold. So I need you to make sure that you're not going to, if you are coming forward, you're not going to bang your head on anything. You can make the movement really small. This is another really good one to do in the morning or before a meeting. You know, if you're working from home and you need to energize. So I'll turn to the side. You can stay facing forward. We're going to take a normal breath in to prepare. Soften the shoulders, root down through the feet. Feel the energy. Feel the ground meeting your body. You are stable. You are safe. You are here now. When you're ready, you're going to inhale a third full and bring the arms forward. Bring the arms down, 2/3 full, arms out to the side. And then finish the breath, come all the way up. And then exhale, let it go. And then we keep going like that. Don't worry if you got it wrong. Don't worry if it doesn't feel quite right. Maybe stop and watch me for a bit if that feels better. Again, try not get too caught up in what it looks like. I want you to, you know, we talked about yoga is being, not doing. How does it feel to be you now doing this movement? Try and let go of any preconceptions or whatever you're thinking. So when you're ready, inhale a third, 2/3, full inhale, let it go. Inhale a third, 2/3, let it go. Let it go. Keep going. Inhale a third, 2/3, all the way to the top. Let it go. Keep breathing. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale a third. Let it go. Let it go. One more time. Inhale. Let it go. And then we're slowly from our forward fold, going to let the arms hang and roll all the way up to standing. Take your time. And then come into your mountain pose, which is your Tadasana. Turn the palms to face forward and close the eyes or soften the gaze. And feel your body here right now, shoulders softening away from the ears. And notice any difference in the body. And then we're going to take it into some standing cat-cow. So this is a great one that you can also do when you're sitting down. But we live in a culture of this stooped over posture. So all we're going to do is we're going to give ourselves a hug. I'll turn to the side so you can see. We inhale here and exhale. And then when you're ready, we're going to inhale, open the arms, breathe into the heart space, spread the fingers, and then exhale, give yourself a hug, other arm on top if that feels good, round the spine. Keep going like that. Inhale, open up, take up space. Exhale, round. Inhale, open up. Exhale round. See if you can send the breath all the way to the fingertips. Inhale, heart space opens. Exhale round. One more time. Inhale, open up. And exhale round. And it's really good to give yourself a cuddle and a squeeze. So really holding, reaching round to the back of the shoulders, shoulder blades. And then exhale, release. We'll keep that going. We're going to inhale, lift the arms all the way up. Exhale, cactus. The arms, spread the fingers. Same. Chest is opening. Let it go. Inhale. Exhale, cactus. Let it go. Inhale, lift the energy, charge up the body. Exhale, cactus. Find an interlace now at the back. So for some of us, we can comfortably interlace. For others, we might be here. We might even hold our t-shirt. All we want to do is draw the arms together to broaden and open through the heart space. Take an inhale here and then exhale. Bend the knees, come into your forward fold. Head is heavy, let it hang. Come all the way back up. Inhale, lift the arms. Exhale, hands into prayer. Inhale, lift the arms. Exhale, release. Find your interlace one more time. Inhale, pull the arms back, open the heart. Soft bend in the knees, come forward. So any sort of forward fold is an inversion, so head below heart. See if you can let the head be heavy and then come all the way up. Before we come to sit, we're going to do some twisting. And this is something I'd love you to take away with you. Twisting is so good for the body. We're going to inhale, bring the arms out to the side and all the way up. You're going to bring your right arm forward and your left arm back, and you're going to twist over to the left. Come back through center, inhale. Exhale, twist over to the opposite side. So the twist is coming from the thoracic spine region, the bit where we all get super tight. Inhale, soften through the shoulders. Exhale, twist. Inhale, lift the energy up. Exhale, twist. See if you can find your breath. Switch it on. Inhale, lift. Exhale, twist. Couple more times. Inhale, lift the energy. Exhale, release. One more time each side. See if you can really root down through the feet. See if you can soften the jaw, soften the face, soften the belly. And then let's come back through center, hands into prayer, and draw it through the midline of the body, resting the hands at the heart space. And then let it go. And just notice, if you've got a chair, we're going to come back and sit. And also, it's really important to notice transitions in yoga. So we were standing. Just notice if you have come back down to sit. Just notice how you feel. Notice the difference. Is there a difference? How do you feel? And we can do all of those postures seated. So for twisting, you would lift the arms and take a twist. You can fold the back of your chair. You can do your cat-cows. Let's just take a moment, feet on the earth, shoulders away from the ears, close the eyes or soften the gaze. Come back to that blue sky. Come back to your breath and just notice where the breath is in the body. Is it high up in the chest? Is it already low in the belly? Can you drop the shoulders away from the ears? Can you allow the earth to meet the soles of your feet? Can you be here right now? We'll take a short pranayama, another breathing exercise where we're going to breathe in for 4 and breathe out for 6. Super simple. When you're ready, inhale for 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale, 6, 3, 2, 1. Inhale for 4. Exhale for 6. Inhale for 4. Expand through the rib cage. Exhale for 6. Let go of tension. Let anything in the body dissolve that you don't need. Inhale for 4. Exhale for 6. If the mind is busy, think about the blue sky. Keep going in your own time. Inhaling for 4. Let it go for 6. Blue sky. Inhaling the vast blue sky above. Exhale, let it go. One more round. Inhaling. Exhale. And then just release that breath, that pranayama. And like we talked about turning the lens inward, just notice how you feel. There's no right, wrong, good, bad. There might be tiny, subtle shifts. You might have just made a little bit more space that you didn't know you needed. Your energy might have changed. Your shoulders might feel a bit lower to the earth. So from this session, I would love you to take away 4 things. I would love you to focus on your breath. Even if it's once a day, take some breaths, clearing breaths, energizing breaths, maybe breath of joy, but focus on your breath. Focus on the fact that your body is breathing. How incredible. I'd love you to, in the morning, shake your body like we did. Move the energy, dance, shake, lift the arms, lift the legs, but move. And I'd love you to open the heart space more. So we did a lot of seated, we did standing cat-cow and seated, but to avoid this, we need to open this. And when we open the heart space, we are more joyous, open to receiving, which sounds a bit woo-woo for some people, but let me tell you, it's true. And I'd love you to introduce twists. Twists are so good for digestion, everything, circulation, energy. So at your desk, every half an hour, just twist. Breathe in. When you breathe out, twist. So they're the 4 things. Thank you for joining me. I hope you all stuck with it. If you didn't, don't be mean to yourself. Yoga is about compassion. We need to be kind. We need to talk to ourselves in a more kind way because life is tough. The world is hard. If you want to reach out to me, you can. I'll send a follow-up email. But the email address is hello@loveyogaleads.com. I'd love to hear from you. I'd love to hear how you found the session. And we've got loads of passes. There's an intro rate that you can come and join. We've got amazing teachers and you are all welcome, regardless of your experience. So thank you. It's been a pleasure. I'm so grateful to each and every one of you for joining me and have a wonderful rest of your day. Thank you, everyone. Lovely comments. Thank you. Take care of yourselves and I'll see you soon, hopefully. Bye.